From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
This is a WUFT News Update. I'm Jill Colombo.
And I'm Samantha Narson. Thank you for joining us. A group is protesting the construction of a new gas plant for energy at the University of Florida's campus. North Central Florida Indivisible organized a protest outside Emerson Alumni Hall. The group is against the use of natural gas. In response, the university announced it's working on a new plan to reach carbon neutrality by 2025. A representative from the Educational Center said the gas plant will maximize efficiency and supply cheaper steam and electricity. Grace Lear wants the university to consider student views on environmental policy.
From students' perspectives, they've been hiding a lot from us, and this is our campus, this is our school. They've helped create us to be students, to create the university to be what it is. So we would like to be included more in these types of decisions when they're being made.
The project has been through years of planning, and construction could take 3 more years.
Sunday marked the first night of the 8-night celebration of Hanukkah. WUFT's Macie Goldfarb takes us to an event where UF's Jewish community members gathered to celebrate.
It's Hanukkah in the Jewish community. The holiday, also known as the Festival of Lights, comes early this calendar year.
Usually Hanukkah is in early to mid to late December. This year it's come in November, so it's actually special that we're able to celebrate all 8 days while everyone is still on campus.
Jewish religious observance follows the lunisolar calendar. This is the earliest the holiday has come since 2013. University of Florida religious group Chabad UF held a public menorah lighting to commemorate the holiday. The event featured speakers including UF President Kent Fox and UF Jewish Studies Director Dr. Norman Goda. Chabad served traditional delicacies such as jelly donuts and latkes. President of Chabad's student board, Nicole Bonavita, says celebrating Hanukkah hasn't been the same during the pandemic.
So it makes it unique because last year, for example, we had COVID and it was less people coming, and tonight we see so many people coming, even we see new faces, and we also can spread the word of more events that we're gonna have during the week.
Jewish community members, young and old, come together tonight to celebrate the second night of Hanukkah.
We get to spread light throughout the world, and this holiday is one of the things that highlights that.
Students took the lights home, and others still have the opportunity to do the same. The organization is giving out menorah kits to spread the universal message of the holiday for those celebrating away from home.
We have to pray, we have to do physical actions of goodness and kindness, which the menorah and Hanukkah represents, and ultimately good triumphs. Ultimately light consumes and extinguishes darkness.
Jews in Gainesville and all over the world will light their menorahs every night until Hanukkah ends on December 6th. Macie Goldfarb, WUFT News.
Chabad UF will host another menorah lighting Wednesday evening at Bo Diddley Plaza in downtown Gainesville. The free event will feature greetings from Mayor Lauren Poe and city and county commissioners.
A ribbon cutting in Newberry celebrates the new headquarters for Ag Extension in Alachua County. The new extension building is home to 6 faculty members from the University of Florida and 4 county employees who help provide solutions to any number of agricultural problems. County Extension Director Cynthia Sanders has worked for UF IFAS for 20 years and says they've been trying to get a new building for the past 30 years.
Our old office was over by the fairgrounds, and it was 40 to 50 years old, so it was time. And we had really outgrown the facility and only had a conference room that would seat about 30 to 40 people. And now we have a conference room that'll seat 300.
Newberry provided land and extra funding for the 300-seat auditorium. It will be available for educational programs and includes a state-of-the-art kitchen to teach nutrition and food safety classes.
Last night was probably one of the coldest nights for me here in Gainesville this fall.
Yeah, I had to throw in an extra blanket on my bed. So let's check in with Zoey Robinson for the weather forecast.
Yeah, it was pretty chilly. I agree myself. I even had to grab my fuzzy socks out of the drawer. I was pretty cold last night. There were even some frost and freeze warnings in effect for North Central Florida. So it was definitely chilly, but not as chilly this afternoon. Temperatures sitting in the low 60s as we head towards sunset. Not a single cloud in the sky. That's mainly because dew points are so low. There's not a lot of moisture in the air, so really no clouds can condense and form. And that's why we've had a gorgeous, cool, crisp fall afternoon. Temperatures slowly cooling as we head into the rest of the evening, and after sundown, bottoming out into the 40s, and overnight expected to climb down into the upper 30s in some areas. It won't be as cool as it was last night, but still be a little mindful of sensitive outdoor plants. As for the day tomorrow, a little bit warmer compared to yesterday. Temperatures rising into the mid-70s during the afternoon, and that's mainly because we have a more east-southeasterly flow from that high pressure system, and really no moisture expected the rest of the week, so gorgeous weather continuing, and then we'll have a second high pressure system towards the rest of the week to reinforce cooler weather. But today, hurricane season is officially over, but it was a pretty busy one. In fact, 2021 was the third most active hurricane season on record. We steamrolled through almost this entire list, getting to Victor in early October is when Victor formed, and then we had a bit of a dry spell, and then Wanda formed in November. This was pretty beneficial for Florida typically because, as climatology shows, October, the Caribbean becomes alive, and that's when Florida typically sees the most frequent amount of storms make landfall. So it was great that October and November were quiet, and with that, a quiet week of weather ahead. Temperatures in the afternoons sitting in the mid to upper 70s comfortably, and then lows in the low to mid 40s. Now to Jensen Young with sports.
Thanks for that weather update, Zoe. The Gator volleyball world received shocking news last night as Tayara Caesar announced that she's leaving the team. Caesar posted on Instagram that she's leaving immediately and will not be taking part in the Gators' upcoming match in the NCAA tournament. She said she wants to focus on mental and physical health in the transition out of school. A transfer from Georgia, during her 2 seasons with the Gators, she recorded 717 kills and received all SEC honors both years. Looking ahead, Florida will be taking on Florida A&M in the first round of the NCAA championship on Thursday. The Florida men's and women's basketball teams are both running hot this season. The men's team is 6-0 on the season, and they're ranked 14th in the nation in the AP Top 25 poll. The women's team is 6-2 on the season, but they are on a 5-game win streak. The men's team head coach Mike White says his team is playing well because of the amount of experience on the roster.
Well, I think we've got good players. We've got good individual defenders. We're tough. We're older. We've got good experience. And we got guys that are committed to defending.
Tomorrow night, the men play at Oklahoma, and the women are at George Mason University. The SEC football world is buzzing with a lot of coaching news. Brian Kelly has officially accepted the offer to be LSU's new head coach. He coached Notre Dame to a 92-39 record in his 11-year tenure. LSU is also reportedly in talks to hire Notre Dame offensive coordinator Tommy Rees and defensive coordinator Marcus Freeman. In other SEC coaching news, Mark Stoops extended his contract with the Kentucky Wildcats. Stoops has been with Kentucky since 2013 and has a record of 58-53 and 3 bowl victories in his time there. His extension will last through the 2027 season. This season, Kentucky is 9-3 and ranked 25th in the AP poll. Now, back to the desk.
Thanks for keeping up with WUFT News on Facebook. I'm Jill Colombo.
And I'm Samantha Narson. That's our time for now, but your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org.